Oh, man, that did not go well. Grandma and Scruff destroyed us in charades. Do you even know how to play charades, Chet? You know, the game where you pretend to be something but you can't talk? Hello? Ah. And I'm sorry, Blossom, but it's all your fault.
Ruffy, dear, don't blame Blossom just because you couldn't guess her last mime.
Well, of course I couldn't. Blossom, show Chet what you did. Now, what is that? Snakes on tippy toes? Spaghetti? What?
She's a blue jay, dear.
What? That's not how you do a blue jay. Watch the master.
What are you doing, ice skating or bullfighting?
Oh, I know, he has fleas.
That we know. Is he whistling now?
I wasn't trying to whistle. I was blowing. I was crossing the middle of the street, so I had to dodge cars. See, I was jaywalking. Jay. And then I was blowing. I blew. Get it? Blue jay. Now that's miming, people. Don't you think, Grandma?
Not so much, dear.
Fine, Chet. You think you could do a better blue jay? Go for it. Wow, he's pretty good.
Life was missing its mystique. My squeaky toys had lost their squeak.
And then, out of the blue, I saw the phone, and bam! My destiny was calling me. Pitched my vision for a show. They loved it. Thought I was a pro. They got my contract back to find. To their alarm, a dog had signed. Oh, I like that name. I didn't wait to renovate. Found 6 contestants. All were great. And now I'm on the road to fame. I've got a game show, and its name is... It's very catchy. It rolls off the tongue. Blossom, does Chet have a pilot's license? Here come the contestants now. He's a better swimmer than he is a soccer player. In 6th place, it's Mark. She loves the smell of vanilla. In 5th place, it's Ruby. He's an expert at grilling food. In 4th place, it's Jay. If she isn't wearing her favorite hat, she's probably holding it. In 3rd place, it's Emmy. He loves Italian wedding soup. In 2nd place, it's Marco. If she happens to find herself in ancient Rome, she'll be just fine. She knows Latin. In 1st place, it's Shredder! Hello, and welcome to Fetch, the reality game show where the host likes to see if you can guess what I'm doing.
Climbing a rope.
Pulling a bell?
Yep.
Picking bananas, apples, dancing. I don't know. Grocery shopping.
I was clearly catching flies and then letting them go again, see?
What?
Okay, clearly I need a little work on my miming. At least I wasn't as bad as Blossom. Blossom, show them what you did when you had to be a bird.
That's not bad.
You should have seen this guy at our charades party last night. I've seen rocks that could mime better than Ruff.
You know, he's right, dear. Both of you should probably just stay away from the game. It'll only make you frustrated.
Well, I've got a better idea. A rematch.
You're on, brother. Come on, Grandma. We need to practice.
I am not losing to them again. What they've forgotten is that I have a secret weapon. You! Challenge number 1.
Yeah.
Learn the art of mime. Emmy, Mark, your instructions are in the mailbox. Go fetch!
Okay. Good luck, guys. Have fun. Bye.
After watching Blossom try to sculpt herself into a moving bird, I think we could use a little help in the sculpting moving birds department. So, challenge number 2.
Yeah.
This is my friend Chris. He makes moving sculpture, and he's waiting for Jay and Ruby. Everything you need to know is in that mailbox, so go fetch!
Dad.
Hi, guys! Good luck! As determined by the Fetch 3000, Marco and Shreya have stayed behind in the studio today, but they'll be eligible to win points during the halftime quiz show!
Yes.
And remember, here on Fetch, we use Fetch Fairness Guaranteed toothpaste, now with extra fairness. All the contestants will have competed for the same number of points by the grand finale. So, for the 4 kids out on the challenges, up to 100 points are at stake in the Triumph Tally. So get a closer...
Bicycle
helmet.
No, look!
Silence is golden, so shh.
Silence is golden. I hope these are our 2 experts. Otherwise, we're at a museum of wax statues. Nope, they moved their people. There are our mimes. Oh, that one's got a lasso. It's funny, when the guy in the red shirt moves, the guy in the green shirt moves with him. Now they're signaling for the fetchers to come up onto the stage.
There we go.
and he handed an invisible object to Emmy.
Mark hits a long drive to deep center field, and it's out of here!
I'm Pear. I'm Vladimir.
Whoa, he speaks!
Ruff sent you guys here to learn mime because he lost badly at a game of charades.
I lost. We don't need to get into how bad the loss was, guys.
Do you guys know what mime is?
You're always silent, and you try and use the space around you to create images.
Absolutely right. I can make your mind believe you're seeing things you never really seen.
Good thing about mime is you don't really need sets, props, scenes. You can defy gravity. You know, you can easily defy gravity and do things that you couldn't do on a regular stage.
Ah, look at that! He's going up an invisible ladder.
Okay, what am I miming now?
I am a snowman grinding coffee beans. Hey, Chris!
Wow, that is a serious workshop.
Hi, are you Chris?
Yeah, what can I do for you today?
Well, Ruff sent us here to make a bird sculpture.
Well, I'm a sculptor, but I'm a kinetic sculptor. Do you know what that means?
It might move.
That's right. Kinetic means that it moves. This is actually a prototype for a sculpture that I'm working on.
Wow,
That's awesome.
it moved. It's like a dragon's tail.
Well, I've got some finished sculptures upstairs. Would you like to come and see
Yeah.
some? Come on in.
What's this?
This is called Field. Can you guess why it might be called Field? Does it remind you of anything?
Maybe a blade of grass.
Ah, beautiful. Exactly what it was inspired by. Blade of grass blowing in the wind.
So in school I learned about kinetic energy. Does
Yeah.
that have anything to do with kinetic sculpture?
Well, as a matter of fact, it does, yes. Kinetic energy means that energy is in motion.
Ooh, I remember this from the pole vaulting challenge. Kinetic energy is the energy of motion.
So a lot of what kinetic sculpture is about is taking energy and making something move the way you want it to move.
Ah, so it takes energy to make a kinetic sculpture move. Well, once you have an energy source to make the sculpture move, you need to think about how to create the movement you want in your sculpture.
So here's some fish sculptures. Let's look at this one here and figure out what's going on in that one.
When Jay is spinning the crank, it is turning this swirled piece of metal.
Right, which is called a worm.
A worm?
Which is turning the gear, which is connected to an axle. It turns this gear, which is also connected to a chain.
Right.
And that chain pulls on the gear up top, which is also connected to an axle, and turns this piece of metal made to look like water.
Okay, the energy to make it all move comes from a person turning the crank. And that starts the metal rod turning first, and then sets the whole sculpture in motion.
So the basic part of mime is this thing where we reach out and we touch imaginary objects with a burst of energy called a talk, T-O-K. Okay, so that little burst of energy is the thing that creates the illusion of contact. It's a little bit like a sound effect almost.
Oh, it does seem like he's actually touching a wall.
You can hear it in your mind, right?
Wait, I don't hear anything. I kind of hear wind.
The next trick of mime is known as space hold, or isolation, where I need to isolate my hands in space and, with respect to them, move the rest of my body.
So now we can do corners, for example.
Wow, it looked like he looked around a corner.
Maybe you want to define the outside corner, right? There is something around my hands. Fantastic. You guys are great. Here's the next scene. We're going to be on a bus station.
Bus station.
There's a lamppost.
Are you
that
pretending
says
to
bus
walk?
station.
Or doing a reverse moonwalk? Right, looks like he's getting on the bus. And he has no shoes on. You really shouldn't ride in a bus without shoes.
Come on, Blossom. Let's try to mime a bus ride. Oh, sorry, Chet.
Hey, buddy, we have the right of way.
Mime, of course, we can't project our voice, so I can't tell the audience when I'm angry or sad or unhappy. So I need to show it in my body and in my face, okay? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to warm up our faces a little bit. We're going to reach into our mime box. You're going to grab 2 masks out of the box.
Wow, even the box is mime.
And the first one's a happy mask.
Oh, look at that.
Take that off. Put on sad mask.
Oh, it's a very sad mask.
We're up to the challenge time. This is what you guys need to do. You need to write the skit for the other person to perform. Don't be afraid to make it just a little bit embarrassing for the other guy. All right?
This is awesome, Ruff.
Finally, I won't be the only embarrassed mime around here.
I want you to see if you can figure out how this works.
Wow, it looks just like the fishes jumping out of the water.
This wheel with this chain spins this, which makes the water move like we saw in the last one.
This wheel might be a weight, so people don't spin it too fast.
Excellent, yeah.
What is the point of having this be such a strange shape?
This thing here?
Yes.
That's a cam. It's a weirdly shaped wheel. It actually controls the tilt. So as the fish is tilting now and flying through the air,
And the mouth, too.
that's the motion that it controls.
So the cam has an irregular shape. So when it rotates, the fish will have an irregular motion.
How long did this take you?
2 years.
Ah.
2 years to make that?
Tell me a little bit about what you want to do with your sculpture.
I was thinking maybe the wings could move and the beak.
I think what you should do is to go and look at some birds. You should do some research and see how they move. There's a pet store around the corner. You can check it out. Go look at some birds.
Yeah, we go.
Okay. Oh, look at this bird. Nice canary. Maybe we should take some sketches of that.
Just one cute face away from being purchased. Been there.
It's definitely very bouncy and energetic.
And
Very quick on their feet.
Bouncy, a lot of quick movements.
Let's move on to the zebra finches.
Look quite energetic, too.
These ones are much more jumpy. They are looking like they use their wings a lot less. Their heads, the way they move, they make such sharp movements. Sort of just like...
Right, they move their heads to get a better look at us.
Exactly.
They go like that.
And when their beaks open,
they have more of a sharp, big beak, probably meant for bugs or nuts.
and the wings, they sort of started out behind and came out in a straight line.
Almost like an open V like that.
Isn't he cute, Ruff?
Hey, it's kind of cute.
All right, so my idea consisted of a small piece of wood or metal in the middle. Then the wings would be attached to the top. And then there's a cam right here.
That's the weirdly shaped wheel that will help move the bird.
And then the cam spins and makes that piece of wood go up. The wings go down, then it goes down, wings go up. And then actually I forgot to add there would be the crank going through this.
Right.
And, you know, that would make the wings go up and down.
Cams are great things to think about, and cranks and linkages and things like that.
So here's what we could do for the beak. We could make the top part of the beak static and connected to the rest of the bird. There would be a hinge, and coming off of this bottom beak would be an arm and cause the bottom part of the beak to go down.
What about the actual bird? It could be sitting on a box, so it would look like this. And there's the box in there, and the bird up here. And that's a horrible bird, but...
In fact, it looks more like a whale.
Hey, you know what? That kind of looks like Ruff.
What?
Here, let's add on the eyebrows.
Yep.
That doesn't look anything like me. I don't have a beak. I certainly don't look like a whale.
The first thing you should probably do is get materials.
These are interesting. Look at
Oh,
this.
yeah, crank.
And also there's some wood here, guys. And there's some wire and rods, and you can use all that stuff, too.
All right, Ruff, we're building a bird.
Okay. While Jay and Ruby work on their bird, Marco and Shreya will work on the halftime quiz show. That's right. Let's brush up on the rules. 50 points are available. You have 60 seconds to answer as many questions as you can. 10 questions available at 5 points apiece. Are you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Let's do this. Go! A moving object has what kind of energy?
Kinetic.
Yes, on the marquee outside the Mime Challenge Theater, what phrase is written?
Sounds is golden.
Shh. Yes. Which of the following pieces of machinery did Chris not use in his sculptures? Axle, gear, widget, or crank?
Widget.
Yes. How long did it take Chris to make the sculpture of the fish chasing the fly?
2 years.
2 years.
Yes. Where do Jay and Ruby go to get inspiration about birds?
The pet store.
Good. What are the two parts of their bird sculpture that Jay and Ruby want to make move?
Wings.
Yes, good. After visiting the pet store and looking at their materials, what did Jay and Ruby do next?
They went back to Chris and they talked.
and then design, and they went to
They
design.
drew it out and then they talked about the design.
Yes! True or false? A cam is a weirdly shaped wheel.
True.
That's right. And we're out of time. All right, Fetch 3000. Let's see what we got. 8 out of 10. That's 40 points. Nice. Will Mark and Emmy give up on Mime, or will they? Come on, Blossom, you can get it.
Ballet.
Hang from a tightrope and swing.
Close.
Stretch.
Close. Hang in there.
All right, we need to come up with a piece to put on Emmy.
Emmy loves cheese.
What's the embarrassing stuff we can make them do?
Just being silly.
So, like being clumsy?
Yeah, like clumsy teachers, clumsy dancers, clumsy firefighters, really bad firefighters.
Really bad, but I like that.
She's trying to milk the cow, really getting into it, like, and then she falls over backwards.
The old exploding udder gag.
There they are, a couple of clumsy firefighters just going in. Fire, fire, fire. So they're yelling around when in fact they're the firefighters, right? Fire, fire.
We can throw in some other animals. There's probably something with pig slop. We can pick up something heavy and we'll knock her right into
Yeah, she falls into it.
Pig slop is funny.
And they're about to get stuff coming out, and what happens?
No water.
No water in the hose.
When he took his foot off, the water comes out and squirts Emmy.
All the chickens start jumping up at her and trying to get the truck right there. So,
Man, they are really good at this. Maybe a little too good. But there's something I'm good at as well. Giving out challenges.
oh, it's fun. Hello?
Hey, Mark, it's Ruff.
Hi, Ruff.
So you've both come up with a couple of really funny skits for each other. Which should be quite embarrassing.
Definitely.
Well, guess what? The joke's on you. You're performing your own skit. And you're performing it in front of an audience. Come on, guys.
All right, I made a little cutout of your cam.
Hey, look at that. They built a prototype to see how the real sculpture will work.
The wings are up here, hinged on that point there. And then this part here slides up and down in through a hole in the top of the box, and it's resting on top of this cam, which rotates underneath, right?
Yes.
But now you notice the wings aren't moving.
Well,
are
right.
The bird is going up and down, but the wings are not.
Right here is where the wings are kind of like that. And then as the cam pushes up, it'll stay and the wings will go down.
So the wings need to be restricted where your
Right,
fingers are.
right.
So this is why we prototype things, so we can just kind of get an idea how they actually move. I'll cut out this cam for you, and you guys can maybe start figuring out what the bird is going to look like and how to hinge those wings. Okay?
All right, cool. Making the bird.
Little tape. Ooh, that bird needs to
Hey,
eat.
Ruby.
Wings,
Look at
good.
that. We got a box with a cam. It rotates inside there.
That looks perfect.
This is our bird.
Very nice.
And then we're adding feathers via pipe cleaner.
Well, I took a hinge and these 2 pieces of wood. I put the hinge there and I taped it to the pieces of wood.
So now we have to figure out how to get the wings attached, okay?
What about tape?
Yeah, you can put a little piece of tape under there. That'll be just fine. And I'm going to go ahead and start making the thing that goes up and down and pushes the wings.
And then we're going to need the arm on the body piece, and we're going to need a serious beak. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we'll cut it off, and then we'll cut it in half like that, so it opens. Yes.
Okay, we have the top half of the beak. We have the bottom half of the beak.
Okay, ready for the mime performance. Oh, here comes Emmy.
Now remember, they're firemen, and they see the fire now. Hey, people are laughing. That's the hose, and the hose isn't working. And they realize, his foot was on it. Whoa, now the hose is out of control. Man, they're doing this so much better than me. I can actually understand what it is they're miming. They're telling people to jump. And they saved somebody. Well done, firefighters. Now let's see how Mark does. Here comes a cow. Here comes a chicken. Wow, that is a good chicken. Uh-oh, here comes a bull. This is a very interesting farm. And Mark is playing a matador. Toro, Mark! Well, I guess that bull will be... Oh, the bull got Mark when he turned around. Ow. Nicely done.
For the Fetcher's final challenge, we're going to need a little help from the audience, okay?
Ooh, audience participation.
Pickle making.
Shaving. Just being Elvis.
Okay, we've got pickles, shaving, and Elvis. Well, that pretty much covers everything.
Now, you guys need to put them all together. You need to write a piece for the two of you. And you're going to need to do it with costumes. But best of all, you have to do it back at Studio G in front of Ruff and the other Fetchers.
No way.
So good luck.
Well, thank
Great
you.
job.
See you soon, Ruff.
See you two back at Studio G.
Let's see what happens when we put the bird on top of here, shall we? So now, Jay, if you put that wire in there, we can kind of get a sense of how big a piece we're going to need to cut.
Cool, so that is now what's going to push our wings.
Let's put our birdie on there with the wings.
A crank! We can even duct tape it on if we have to.
We'll give it a crank and see how it works.
Now to test. Okay, the wings move.
You think we can make the beak move?
Ah, but the beak is still not moving. Couple of adjustments.
See, so now I can...
That. Now let's try that.
Now let's see.
Yay!
The wings and the beak move.
Well, how do you like your lovely bird sculpture?
Nicely done.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, guys. This was really fun.
See you back at Studio
Lilac
G,
and Wind.
Ruff. Bye.
See you back at Studio G, guys. All right, let's welcome back our contestants. First,
The sculptors whose art I found very moving.
Ruby and Jay.
Hey, you guys.
Welcome back, guys. And now, the talkless twosome, Emmy and Mark.
Hello. Nice makeup.
Fetchers, gather round. We're gonna see a show. Let's see if we can guess what they're doing here. There's tapping.
Guitar. Playing guitar.
Guitar.
Who's playing? Elvis.
Oh, wow, okay.
Spray.
Spray.
I don't get the plot.
Pepper spray.
No.
Shaving.
Oh, that was shaving cream before.
Jar.
Tomato sauce.
Wait, pickle. Pickle jar.
Pickle. Yeah. To celebrate.
Yes, they end with a celebratory pickles.
Mark and Emmy, you've just picked up 36 points.
Yeah.
And that's not all. For your silent spectacular in front of a live theater audience, I'm giving you another 55 points for a total of 91 points.
Yeah.
Now, Jay and Ruby, you made a fabulous sculpture. For incorporating not one, but two moving parts, 90 points.
Guys.
Is that all the points a dog can give?
Probably not.
What time is it?
Bonus points.
Yes, today's 5 bonus points go to the fetcher who came up with the ingenious cam design that allowed your sculpture to move.
And then the cam spins and makes that piece of wood go up, wings go down.
Jay, with a massive 95 points, you're today's daily winner. Now, Jay, I have here 2 birds. Under one bird, a prize so good it will leave you speechless. Under the other, a prize so bad it will leave you speechless. So which will it be? Bird A or bird B?
I'm gonna take A.
Jay, your prize is in the mailbox. Go get it, buddy.
See? Gift certificate for 2 tickets to Blue Man Group.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
All right, you enjoy that show, Jay. All right, fetchers, that's it from Studio G. We're miming our way out of here. Yes, we are the Charades Rematch Champions.
It's not fair. You cheated.
Hey, I was just well prepared. What can I tell you?
Grandma!
Well, I have to admit, I thought the horn-playing rodent was going to be hard for Blossom to guess.
Yes, except I've come to learn it never hurts to have a mouse in your pocket. Isn't that right, Chet? Go, Chet, go! Hey, you want to learn more about kinetic sculptures? Let's dig a little deeper.
When I grew up, my family had a puppet theater, and I just kind of got plugged into it and learned how to make things when I was a kid. And my dad was a chemist, so he taught me a lot about science. So I always like to kind of try to figure out ways of combining science and art and engineering, and that's kind of how it has evolved.
Okay, one last thing. Not only do I host my own television show, but I have a fantastic website, too. Check it out. It's more fun than turning round and round in circles before a nap. PBSKidsGo.org.